Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Skulk, continuing the story of Winds of Change. In the last episode, we got ourselves Fortam, a charming little fella. Well, he's not really little, he's a grown man, but still. He's considered like one of the younger people. But yeah, he's really sweet, he's really nice, and he's joined our party permanently, as the story tells. There he is, Fortam. Alright, guess this is the place we go now. Town Square is a serene and beautiful place, like usual. A far cry from how I saw it in the last night's vision. I take a deep breath and relax. We're all safe.
Hey, nice to see you again. I was starting to worry you might be late. Thankfully, we still have time to spare.
Ah. Hello. She runs up to me and gives me a tight hug. Aww. I glance over at Fortame, and he appears embarrassed.
Oh my, is this a hint of romance I see? And in public too? People will start to talk.
Why does that matter?
Shut it, Fortum! Nobody asked you. I was just excited to see the seer. Remember how special today is?
Yeah! It's always nice to get hugs. At least ask before hugging me. Why be so brutish? Who's gonna be the brute? Who's gonna play this game? Story. Who's gonna read the story and be brutish? Seriously, why? What's against having such a sweetheart on your team? She's just enthusiastic for Tam. What if there's something between us? I mean, if I'm gonna get romantic in this, I don't know, I love love. Sweet love. It's so sweet. Makes you feel all warm inside. I don't comment on rumors and suspicions. I think I'm gonna go with this one. If there's gonna be any flirting, I want to try flirting with her.
Whoa, I was just joking around. If you're serious, then I'm kinda jealous. But I guess there's more important matters at hand. Sorry for getting sidetracked. I'm all over the place. Do your thing. I'll be waiting over there by the tank.
A think tank. He runs off the water tank and rests against it. He's definitely out of earshot, so I can talk to Velisa. We need to meet up with Milas so they could hear about my vision.
Swear, Fortum can be so insufferable. Be glad you don't work with him as much as I do. He keeps things interesting, to say the least.
Hey, don't be so harsh on the guy.
Hey, I'm just joking around. We're best friends. We're supposed to poke fun.
Oh.
Either way, something about this doesn't add up to me.
What doesn't?
Fortum would never willingly walk away from us. He'd only do that if he's not allowed to listen in. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had a vision, didn't you?
Yeah, a really bad one.
Oh, really? I knew something was off. You seemed different. I didn't want to bring it up, but now I know why. Should we go to the Grand Tree then? It might be good to discuss this in private. If I tell the villagers, they won't bother us.
Oh. No, we need to get Milas and fast.
Whoa, you're starting to creep me out, Seer.
Mm-hmm.
Involving the Elder? That's very serious.
Hey, lots of need to know. Lots of wise needs to know.
But I trust your judgment. I really do. Let's grab Fortum and head to Miles' place. If it's actually that bad, you should be there with us.
Mm-hmm.
Just promise me one thing. Do your best to keep calm. Some of the villagers are already looking your way. If they see you freaking out, they'll freak out too.
I'm a happy, joyful person! Lisa now has permanently joined your party. Like before, new content has been unlocked in old areas. But a new future, Parallel Chronicles, has also been unlocked. A brief tutorial on that will follow after this dialogue window. Oh. The world of Alista is a living, breathing place, Through the story take though the story though the story takes place from your perspective, the large cast of characters is always up to something. That's cool. In the top left of applicable maps, you can view subplots by clicking a character's mini portrait. Him, the evil bat boy, the strong, very protective gladiator. Oh. That I don't know. In fact, I don't even know these other ones. You can do this in any order, but it is highly recommended that you do them in the order you see them. Okay, I'm either the storyteller. But wait, you're evil. What's this? View partial chronicle demic 1? Yeah, I guess why not? It's just viewing it, not going anywhere. Demic and Ulrich gathered in town square one morning. The road to Valinor would be long and fraught with danger. But this time, Demic was certain he sent the right man.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own? It's not too late to ask for some escorts.
Yes, Demic, stop asking. I'll be fine. And I'm well aware of the dangers. Bringing more people would just put them in harm's way.
Well, forgive me for caring. I just wanted to make sure you're comfortable. If the attack is imminent, you'll have to rush.
I expect it'll take me under a day. I'll arrive in the dead of night or maybe early morning. Seeking out the seer will be the first thing I do.
Fantastic, then things will go perfectly. Make sure to give the rest of the town a heads up. You can all evacuate together. You'll blend right in. But remember, you need to stop by Milas and grab the blade. Otherwise, the Triumvirate will seize it when they attack. If I'm honest, I don't think we stand a chance without it.
I can't believe they're attacking Valinor. The occupation of Mazeo is still so fresh. Thankfully, they haven't found us yet.
Right under their noses, just as we should be. I'm going to meet with the mayor after this, actually. I'll see about fully claiming those underground tunnels. Whatever they were digging for, they've stopped. And I think it would make a fine base of operations. Getting the deed shouldn't be too difficult.
Wait, you mean we'll have a new home? No more sleeping on the hard tavern floor?
Never again. It's time we get established. I have some large shoes to fill as the general. The first step is finding us a fitting home.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. But one last thing before I go. Is it true what I've heard about Milas?
Absolutely, so please be kind to him. He'll be a valuable ally in the coming days. Best of luck on your vacation, Ulrich.
Trust me, I wish that's what it was. But I'll try retrieving the seer and the blade as soon as possible. Good luck with the mayor. I think you'll need it. But coming back to a home with an actual battle plan? It's starting to feel like our cause has some real weight to it. I feel bad for doubting you, Demic. You're doing a great job.
Nah. They were doing all this nice stuff in the background. He wants to help. What's this? The ground here is paved and dry. It's not wet like the rest of the soil. This would be the best place for me to stand. For when this plan starts unfolding, this is the best, driest patch of land that you should stand on, right there. There's a book sitting here, and it's wet and stained. Most likely water damage, due to its proximity to the tank. Oh, there's a water spouts! Ah! When I approach it, Mortem laughs and apologizes to me.
Sorry, I think I dropped that when I was waiting. It's something I picked up from Milas' house a few days ago. You're free to take it. I have no use for it anymore.
Okay.
Mysterious Mazeo. When the Triumvirate occupied Mazeo almost 20 years ago, many people wondered if they did so with an ulterior motive. On the surface, it looked like they wished to rid the region of piracy and those who would break the law. While it worked, many believed that the Triumvirate was slowly becoming tyrannical. There is one very peculiar thing, however. Their general, or mayor, is almost never seen, and the same goes for the honor guard they've placed in Mazeo. Hundreds of soldiers, almost never walking in the light of day. Instead, I've had several reports tell me that they dig in the night, deep underground, as if they're searching for something of importance. Could this be what they wanted Mazeo for? I've branched out of Valenorth and started corresponding with some people of note in Mazeo. It seems that even if it had a positive impact, many are against the idea of a forceful occupation. One city, and then the world. I suspect that the people in opposition will soon form their own army. It seems like they want to take Mazeo away from the Triumvirate and place it back in the hands of the people. A noble cause, I say. Valenorth must never meet Mazeo's fate. The Elder of Valenorth.
Thank you. I didn't see a book there. Maybe it did. Tears! Tears of joy! Water runs down the side of the tanks at a steady rate. That's a sign that it's gotten full and requires attention. For a moment, I'm glad that so much water is in the center of Valenorth. If we could somehow redirect the flow, it could easily combat fire. You mean the fire you saw in your dreams? The visions that caused everything to blow up in flames? Did I not click here? Water often spills out and gets the ground wet. It's mushy and soft to the touch. Gross.
Ugh, your shoes are so messy. And just before your big ceremony. Back away and watch your step.
Yes, sorry. I'm sorry. I just was taking a look and then kind of stumbled upon and gushed my shoes. Houses near the tank are reserved for the elderly. Something about minimizing travel time to our water source. Of course, houses near here are way too humid to be comfortable. But for some reason, they don't complain and happily reside inside.
Try not to waste too much time here, Seer. I'm dressed in layers, and this humidity is gross. Wouldn't want to ruin my outfit before your ceremony.
Okay. I just wanted to get to know the area. Like here. Sorry. One more thing. These eaves carry water from the falls to the tank. Ooh! Straight in the tank! Wait, is that unclean? It's completely self-sustaining and requires little upkeep. We just have to empty the tank each morning to get our fill. It's something we can't live without, so it never goes unused.
Hey, I guess you didn't get to do your water run. You should do it as soon as you get a chance. I finished mine up just before you got here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Can I? Or am I not allowed? Can I do it? Please? Please, oh please. Can I do my water run? I don't want to be considered held responsible for not doing something on my part. What's this guy? Yeah, sure. This is just going back in time. Or into a position of time that's happening at this current moment. It's plotting of my demise, or everyone's demise, and mine follows. Sylvie entered the chambers of the Triumvirate unprompted. For Halen has extracted the information they desired. They raised their hoods and turned to him, scoffing. A hint of aggression on their quickly concealed faces.
Sylvie, what is the meaning of this intrusion?
Halen has finished his interrogation, Masters. I thought it would be wise to relay the results. Unless you were plotting behind our backs.
We would never do such a thing. Information is granted to you as we see fit. If you are left in the dark, it is not permanent. But please, tell us what Halen discovered. We have a feeling our theories are similar.
Yes, of course. The Exodus Wielder is located in Valenorth. I am ready to launch our attack at a moment's notice.
Good. Then it is time you hear the rest. Valenorth is just a small part of our larger plan. We see no more reason to withhold this information.
That much was obvious, Masters. Why did you keep it from me for so long? Halen and I are more than loyal enough.
Sylvie, this is not a matter of loyalty. We are sure you'll understand when you hear. It would not be wise to doubt our word.
Yes, yes. My apologies. Nobody likes being left in the dark. I will ensure my words sound less doubtful. If there is a greater plan at play, I am honored. I find no greater pleasure than serving your cause. So please, tell me what you wish, and it will happen.
We've led you to believe that Valinor is our goal. However, it is just the beginning of a much larger plan. Today, you will learn the true nature of the spirit realm.
You sound spirit realmish. Are you sure you're not the a conglomeration of all things evil? Alright, up to Miles' house. Let's see what we have to do about my coronation or something like that. We enter Miles' house with an aura of purpose. Though they don't know what I saw, they knew it was important. We see him shuffling papers at his table, oblivious to our existence.
Hey, Miles. We need to have a word.
He doesn't seem to respond and continues his business. Fortame seems anxious and taps his foot on the floor. A few moments later, Velisa gives up and interjects.
Miles, snap out of it. We need to talk about something important.
She slams her fist down on the table, startling Miles. Dang, you seem sweet and kind, and then when you... I mean, it is urgent, so I understand if people react differently to urgentness, so... I guess I would probably do something the same. I normally would like to be as calm and kind as possible, and just because you're aggressive in a dire situation doesn't always mean that you're being mean, just showing the dire situation of the task. Let's go move on. He jumps back a few feet in fright, and then laughs. Oh, whatever he was looking at, it fully engrossed him.
You know what they say about death, right? When we die, we go on to live in the realm of spirits. With that logic, spiritual energy should be infinite.
I'm not really sure how to respond to that. I mean, we've had seers and scribes for thousands of years. I'm pretty sure we'll have them for thousands more to come.
Wouldn't that be beautiful? Sorry for rambling, but we should all have a seat. I'm afraid things aren't going to go as planned.
He motions to the back of his house, a carpeted area, with no chairs in sight. It looks like we'd be sitting on the floor. We make our way over there, questioning just what he meant.
I think we were going to say the same thing to you. I mean, the seer had a vision last night. A big one. Hopefully we have enough time to get through all of this.
Well, unfortunately, I'm past the point of subtlety. So, in the interest of time, I'll get right to it. The induction ceremony is henceforth cancelled.
No!
What? You can't be serious! You hype us all up and take it away? There better be an explanation for this.
Fortame is fuming with anger and very upset. I guess Miles is right. Plans have changed. But the timing, along with my vision, was odd.
What's going on here, Miles?
I'm afraid that's a very complicated answer. Let's back things up a few moments. Seer, tell us about the vision you had.
Okay. I take a deep breath. And we all sit down. That was the moment I told them everything. How Valinor was destroyed by the Triumvirate. I told them about Blaze and the Agni. About the Blaze, not Blaze as in a person name. Okay. How a man who led the attack had a mystical blade. Not only did it kill Ulrich, but it killed me as well. When I finished my story, I met with silence. They look amongst themselves in shock and confusion. That's fine. It was a lot to process it all at once.
Just as I expected. It was only a matter of time before you saw it. That is, if the spirits truly cared about our protection.
Wait, slow down a minute. How do we know nothing was lost in translation? Remember how abstract visions are known to be?
I can confirm that an attack is imminent. Besides, Valessa, you know visions aren't like that. The spirits have gotten strong enough. That's no longer an issue.
But this can't be true.
It is. And unfortunately, it's just the start. But there are still some important matters at hand. Before I send you off, I'll tell you everything.
He smiles at each of us before taking a breath. A deep one. I noticed large bags under his eyes. Sign of unrest. He must have been living with the secret for a while.
I didn't want to tell you until you needed to know. I'm just lucky that this vision waited until I was ready. The Triumvirate wants to occupy Valenorth, as they did Mazeo. I know what you three lost in Mazeo, and I'm sorry, but what they plan to bring to Valenorth is far, far worse. Punishment for my father's involvement with the rebellion.
Just like that, empty armor seemed to imply. So Valenorth did have some relation to the rebellion. And it wasn't just during Miles' short reign either.
We're supposed to be nonpartisan.
Yeah, that's our whole deal. Why would your father do that to us?
I'll never forgive you, Miles. Your father is responsible for all of this? He betrayed Valenorth the moment he helped them.
Understandable, but this is not my fault. Surely you know about my father's disappearance. But have you heard the stories of the recent rebel victory?
Rebel victory?
The blade that the seer mentioned. It was taken from the Triumvirate. Without it, they are weak and vulnerable. But it was not an easy feat to accomplish. In their pursuit of the blade, many people died, including the leader of the rebellion itself. The new leader, Damek, sent it here for safekeeping. I hid it in the Grand Tree where no one would find it. I want you to take it and seek out Damek in Mazeo.
Hey, slow down. This makes sense to you, but it's all a blur to us. Your father was one of the men that died to get this blade?
Indeed he was, Fortem. The rebel leader's death, my father's disappearance, I'm afraid those are intricately connected.
You mean...
Yes, I do. My father didn't work with the rebellion. He created it. The first allegiance in Valenorth's entire history.
Whoa.
He formed an allegiance with insurgents in Mazeo. Together, they grew and created a large army, large enough to steal the Triumvirate's sacred blade.
I don't understand why he'd do that. We're fine on our own. We always have been.
Times are changing and leaving us behind. I'm afraid that Valenorth is a dying culture, Valessa. What I am about to tell you must not leave this room.
What is it?
You know of Salberg, right? How it houses the spirit idol of Valenorth.
Yes, of course. But it's been blocked off for a long time. I've never gone to see a spirit idol in person.
I'm afraid it might remain that way. Seer, on the eve of your birth, it went dark. Valenorth is living unlimited spiritual energy.
There's no way I believe that, Miles. Our connection with the spirits is eternal.
I wish that were the case, Fortem. It pains me to say this, but it's true. You are the last seer we shall ever have. Normally, the spirit idol chooses a child. That child is imparted with a surge of spiritual energy. When they pass away, it does the same to the next generation. But you, seer, it gave everything to you. Like the spirit realm is making one final push. I don't know why, but I have my theories.
Sounds like the spirits have given up on us. Perhaps we took their gift for granted, and abuse them. Without that idol and their energy, what will happen to us?
I expect that Valenorth will become like any other nation. We'll take history into our own hands, rather than act on guidance. It's not a bad thing, and I don't think the spirits gave up on us. In fact, I think it's the opposite. They're placing all of their hope on us. The seer and that blade can save us all.
Back to that blade again? What does that have to do with all of this?
It's not an ordinary blade, as you've been told. In order to harness it, you need remarkable strength. Or, in other words, a vast amount of spiritual energy. Seer, I think the spirits chose you to wield this blade. To take it, join the rebels in Mazeo, and defeat the Triumvirate. I know this is asking a lot of you, but we always follow their lead. Valenorth may be attacked, but we can rebuild from the ashes. Our true goal here should be the destruction of the Triumvirate. History should be in our hands, not in the hands of unjust gods.
I'll triple dot as well.
So that's why your father formed this alliance? To take control of our history in the spirit's absence? And to make sure the Triumvirate doesn't dictate our future?
He wanted to strengthen our bonds with outsiders as well. Without visions, we have to take things as they come. Foresight helped us out, but we won't always have it. What we do have, however, is the potential of the seer. I think that's why he sacrificed himself to get this blade. He knew that you'd be able to wield it and achieve liberation. Please, take the blade and flee to Mazeo. When the ceremony is supposed to start, I'll tell the people. They're all rounding up, so it'll be easy to evacuate. We might be a bit behind, but we'll meet in Mazeo. There's lots to plan, and little time to plan it. We'll need new homes and blades for any volunteers. As far as I can tell, this is not up for debate. If you think it is, then consider it an order from your elder. Leave as soon as you are able, and we'll meet again soon.
He stands up and walks away. Moments later, he's back to his usual business. We exchange glances with one another, overwhelmed.
Listen, I'm gonna try and be the voice of reason here. Milas said a lot of stuff, and it could be true or false. But if an attack is coming, we should go either way. Especially if there's a weapon we can use. I think we should grab it from the Grand Tree first. Again, not siding with anyone here, just using logic.
I'm pretty logical myself.
Yeah, you're right. We do the same thing, even if Miles didn't tell us to. Find something to defend ourselves with, and leave Valenorth. But he said the spirits gave you all their power? And they cut their influence from Valenorth for good? This changes Alestia's entire history, not just our actions. I can't say I fully understand, but it makes sense. Miles' father foresaw all this and took action. I feel hatred, but at the same time, I feel hope.
Let's take this one step at a time, Valessa. We'll grab the weapon and make our way out of here. The rest can fall into place as we move on.
We nod. We stand. As we nod and we stand up as well. With an attack on the way, we have to move. Milas would take care of evacuating everyone else. If we got that blade first, Sylvie couldn't use it.
So, to the Grand Tree then? I'll try to maintain one modicum of sanity. It's not like our lives were just turned around.
I'm sure we'll manage as long as we're together. I'm not giving up on any of you. I promise. There's nothing we can't do if we all pitch in. Let's go to the Grand Tree and get that blade.
On it. Next time. Yeah, this is turning out really nice. Really cool. I love it when I find a good story. I come across a couple that I tried recording and didn't turn out like I wanted it on my channel, but this feels like a good story. Really nice, even voice acted. I mean, it kind of takes out the part for me to try to voice act, but that doesn't matter. I still have my little quips and wits and reactions to how I want to be in the story. But yeah. If you're, just come back when the next time this comes up on the channel and, continue to enjoy it. So thank you guys for stopping by. And until I see you guys again, have a great day, everyone.